Hey, are you a business owner, entrepreneur, or professional? If so, we want you to apply to be a featured guest on our show. My name is Adam Torres, and I host the Mission Matters series of podcasts. I've recorded over 3,000 episodes, and we are just getting started. How do you know if you'd be a good guest to be on the show? Well, only one way to find out, and that's to apply, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We want guests that have a story to tell, guests with a brand, a product, or a service that can benefit my audience of listeners. If this sounds like you, go to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. I'd love to talk to you and get to know more about your story. Again, head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to Apply. All right, so today I have Monica Coburn on the line, and she's founder and CEO over at Nevada Business Advisors. Monica, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it.
All right, Monica, so we have a big topic today. So get your business bankable and what you need to know. So that's a big deal. A lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives that are watching this right now or listening to it in their cars. So, Monica, let's just start off with our signature question. So we at Mission Matters, we amplify stories for entrepreneurs, executives, and experts. So that's our mission here. Monica, what mission matters to you?
You know, that's a powerful question, and I would say our mission is really to enhance economic self-sufficiency for individuals, for companies, to help them bridge those gaps and really utilize the resources that are available to them, whether it's access to capital, whether it's entrepreneurial training. And so that's what matters to us, is really providing that expertise to help these businesses get where they want to be and help bring their dreams into reality.
That's amazing. Love bringing these mission-based entrepreneurs and businesses on the line. And I guess the obvious for us to start maybe would be, obviously when we think about what makes a business bankable, maybe we start with the negative side of things. So what makes a business unbankable? Let's start there.
Well, we would be here all day, Adam, but for purposes of the podcast this morning, I'm going to say number one is credit. So whether it's personal credit, whether it's credit for the business, whether they're handling their bank account properly, and this could be as simple as overdrafts or, not handling their account as they should. So there's a number of different reasons, but I'd like to start with those because those are fixable and they're preventable.
And so maybe, maybe give some advice to small businesses that are out there seeking capital or financing for their business. Like, what kind of advice would you give them?
Number one is you want to be prepared. Before you even talk to a banker about wanting to get financing, know what it is you're asking for and why you need it. When you're talking to a banker and saying, I want to get, $100,000 for my business, or what can I afford, or what can I qualify for? Those are things that you don't want to say. You want to be very specific and say, I need $100,000 to purchase a piece of equipment so I can produce X amount of widgets. That's what a banker wants to hear. They have to be able to tell your story. Number two is, what is your business plan? What are you planning to do for your business? You should always think about it long term and be proactive versus reactive. And we saw a lot of that last year. So really being prepared, knowing what your needs are, positioning your company and your business, and knowing and understanding your numbers, especially if you're an established business. If you're a startup, you don't have anything. So that business plan is going to be critical and projecting what you feel that company or your business will do. So tell your story.
What are some of the common mistakes that businesses make when asking for money for their business? Like, are there some, I know it's going to change from, company to company, and I know people do different things, but like, I know you see certain themes that tend to arise over time, and I know you've been in this business for a long time working with people. So what kind of things those common mistakes do you see?
Number one is not being prepared. so it's almost the opposite of what I just talked about. Is there's no preparation, and so you have to be prepared. Number two is if your credit is not good, it's going to be challenging for a bank to lend you money, because at the end of the day, your credit report is telling the bank your story. Are you making your payments on time? Do you have collections? Now, does it mean you need to have perfect credit? No, but they want to make sure that they're going to get paid back. So getting your credit in check, making sure that's in good shape before you go and take that step. Also, I talked about, a business plan. That's really important, especially when you're a startup business. But if you're established, have projections on what you're looking for. Is it you need money to buy a building? Is that you need money to hire staff? Are you looking to expand? So really doing your research, doing your homework, and again, it just goes back to you have to make sure that you're telling the story and that you're in a position where you can get the capital and the financing you need to grow your business.
Tell us a little bit more about your company. So Nevada Business Advisors. So tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Yeah, so we are, we're based in Las Vegas, and although we are in Nevada, we service clients, primarily small business, both locally and in other states, and we are business advisors. So we help businesses who may need advice in starting up, who may need guidance, who may need to find other revenue streams. We can help with marketing strategy. We also help, and this is a hot one lately, businesses who are interested in getting certified. So if they're a women-owned business, a minority-owned business, there are certifications that businesses can pursue that will help open the doors for opportunities with large corporations, whether it's a Disney or a Target or a Apple. I can go on and on, but that is just a very general overview about what we do.
And so what type of, are you industry agnostic? Do you work with any type of business, different sizes? Give us a little bit more of like what that user journey looks like.
Yeah, so I would say we are a generalist when it comes to industry. We work with clients in construction, manufacturing, professional services. We've been doing quite a bit with e-commerce as companies and businesses were brick and mortar, and now they had to, I'm going to use the P word, pivot, to create an online platform. We were helping with that as well. So industry, no specific industry. As far as revenue size, most of our clients are small businesses. So the majority of them would fall under $50 million in annual revenues. I know that's a big bucket. But that's where we provide the most value. And they're typically privately held companies. We don't really work with publicly held or foreign-based entities. But yeah, our passion, what we like to help is definitely those small businesses that really need the guidance.
That's awesome. I'm a big fan of people that are out there helping, small businesses get access to capital, helping them scale, marketing. All these pieces fit together and they create value for not only the market, but also they create jobs. They create a lot of different things. So big fan of what you're doing and also how you're doing it. So, Monica, that being said, if somebody is watching this right now or listening to it and they want more information on Nevada Business Advisors or to connect with you and your team, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, thank you, Adam. So our website is nevadabusinessadvisors.com. businessmaddersseries.com, and that's all spelled out. Our office number is 702-805-8900, or email info@nevadabusinessadvisors.com. So through our website, through our email is really going to be the best way to reach us. And we do offer initial consultations at no cost, Adam. So if there are businesses out there and, they just want to bounce off ideas, or maybe they're struggling with something, that is something that we do provide, and they can fill out one of our contact forms through our website to do that.
Fantastic. Well, Monica, again, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background, all the great stuff you're doing over at Nevada Business Advisors. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Hope you learned a lot. If you did, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Definitely want you to be a return listener and a return visitor. And Monica, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Adam.